been a real estate broker, but my wife has. And I often think about other people a lot. If you follow me on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, you realize that I'm all about education, especially about retiring early. And I got to thinking this morning about real estate brokers. And I've had this thought for a while, and I've been procrastinating, which is the number one thing that will cause you to not retire early. And also, if I wanted to help other people, I need to quit procrastinating about this video. So rather than going to my office where I have my studio and everything else, we're going to do this video right here on my morning walk. So, real estate brokers, you're selling real estate. You worked really hard, you got your license, and you're going around and you're selling these homes and you're collecting the commission. Oftentimes, I know from my wife that you have to split that commission sometimes. Your brokerage has marketing fees. If you're not your own managing broker, then you've got to split the costs with your managing broker because they have the office. So you got costs there, you got overhead. You have your own brokerage in your own shop. Now you've got to pay for your own lease or your own building, your own maintenance expenses, and stuff like that. So you have overhead. Necessary evil of that, of course. Anything you own, brick and mortar business, you have expenses. So you've got to sell so many properties just to pay the bills for your own life and to keep your shop open, your brick and mortar business. So my thought is, how are these people able to retire if they're selling the exact same amount of home? And I know that, there's ups and downs, just like in real estate and big multifamily, like what we do, and real estate development, you have ups and downs. And you have times where you're making a lot of money. And then you have times where you're not making a lot of money. So my thought process was that I know that in real estate and stuff that I do, got to be the exact same thing for real estate brokers because sometimes houses sell really well. And when interest rates go up, sometimes homes don't sell as often. You have undersupply, oversupply. So I got to thinking about this and I thought, let me see if I can help my real estate brokerage friends out here. Let me see if there's a way that I can say, all right, guys, I want you to think about this differently. So, what if you started going from selling homes, and I'm not trying to teach you how to sell homes. What if you took that effort and you used the systems like your MLS, your other friends in the brokerage, and you've met with a lot of property owners? I'm sure you've sold homes for people that own lots of homes, like a portfolio of them. I got 14 people on here, so thank you very much for coming. I know it's in the morning, probably interrupting your morning routine, maybe your coffee, but thank you for coming. So, when I thought about this, I thought, okay, what if you got all the systems, all the tools to be an owner? And look, if you stop selling homes, the money stops, right? So, if the money stops, then what happens? You still have expenses. And if you still have expenses, you got to go sell more homes. And I mean, like me, I was retired at 36 from corporate America, but I still work. I still work really hard, but it's doing what I love doing. And I could stop working and I could still have money and income because of the things I've done. So let's get to the point here. I know I've got people coming on, people going away. So let's get to the point. Let's get this saucy. So, look, real estate brokers, talking to you. You're out here hustling. I give you high fives all the time, like your post, because you're hustling. I got a couple real game changers in the real estate brokerage world, and they're killing it. They're working their butts off, and I see it. And I'm worried about you because if you quit working so hard, are you still going to make money? So I would love to talk to you guys about what if you started taking these assets, and I'm going to call them assets, properties you're selling that could cash flow, and you started buying them. I know you pay a lot of taxes because sometimes those real estate checks, they have to come to you personally, which is the highest tax. And if that's the highest tax, you can't avoid it. However, if you started making that money and then you started putting it into buying real estate with it. So you went to your tax professional at the end of the year and your balance in the checking account, the business checking account, was really low, then you're not going to pay as much taxes. So what if you went out here and take these homes and you started buying them? But I wouldn't buy one door. I'd go find 8 or 10 doors and buy them. So bank up your money, sell a bunch of properties. And look, you probably have relationships with these owners. Most likely they would owner finance it for you. So owner finance this thing. And by then, you're just continuing that relationship with the person that you already know. And you're going to help them sell their property. And they like you because you probably bought and sold properties for them. So why don't you do that? Why don't you start thinking about owning assets instead of selling assets? Owning homes, not single family homes, commercial real estate, own commercial real estate that pays you back. So take everything you know in real estate, your MLS, your marketing skills, all that stuff, and then start taking all those efforts. When you sell 3 or 4 or 5 homes, take that money and invest it into a cash flowing asset. And I want you to do this yourself. Like, I'm not telling you to invest with me. You can certainly do that, but that's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to start thinking about real estate different. Don't think about selling it, think about owning it. Because if you own it, and if you own multiple doors, like that building right there, it pays you back. Another cool part is if you take the money you make and you buy that building with a couple people and you refinance it, the refinance money is not taxed. All refinances are free. They're not taxed at all. So I just wanted to get on here for about 10 minutes or so, and I want to talk to you about that and say, guys, you're working your butts off. But how much money will you have left when you get tired of working, when you get burnt out? I hope along the way you've started thinking about owning assets instead of selling homes. That's the biggest mind shift. I want you to start thinking about that. And if you want help, just listen to my videos. It's free. Come to my live Q&A on Wednesday. It's free. I'll teach you everything I know. I'd love to. So, real estate brokers, one more time. What I want you to do is start thinking about stop selling homes, start owning multifamily properties or commercial buildings that pay you, and they pay you every single month. If I had it my way and I had a real estate brokerage, I would probably buy a multi-use building and I would use one part of the building and I'd lease the rest of it out. So it paid all my expenses and you'd be net free. So just think about it. I hope this resonates with you.